Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in this session about how to future-proof your career. Like, we are like in exciting times, right? We have changed the way we communicate, we consume entertainment, we buy. That's why we have changed also the way we work. And what does this mean for you? I believe the world is a better place if we all make the best use of our talents. But now there is this disruption, and some people feel unsure about how to evolve in their career. And it was also happening to me. I was thinking, why some people can go through this disruption so well and others like struggle. So last year I spent time researching. I was interviewing people. I was like asking them, please tell me your tricks. What are you doing to future-proof your career? So with all this data, I wrote a book and I share some of the learnings, and that's what I want to do today with you. So I'm convinced that if you listen to me during the next 15 minutes, you will learn new tricks that are going to be useful for you to future-proof your career. So if you don't have a pen and something to write, because I'm going to be sharing. I see we are like a group of small people, so I can also follow the chat. I don't have the video working, but we can chat, and I would really like to hear from you. So let's first like talk. I'm going to talk just a bit about me, like who am I, right? So I'm a woman in tech for like 17 years. I've been working in different companies, and sometimes things have worked fine and sometimes it didn't. Like I had one time I had a layoff, other times I had a very bad situation with the management. I had to reinvent myself many times during my career. And that's why last year I was like looking like, how can I future-proof? And I was like writing a book about that. So I wrote this book last year, and I'm going to now share some tips of what I learned here with you. I currently work as a manager of a solution architect team in one of the biggest cloud computing companies. And you can find more about me in this chat. Since I cannot now share, I'm going to just share it here in the chat, and then you can see like a bit more of the background. But let's go now to the tricks to learn how to future-proof the career. So first of all, a bit of like what is happening. I chose this diagram from the Future of Jobs report for the World Economic Forum, because I think it explains very good what is actually happening. So it's the share of tasks performed by humans versus machines in 2020 and what is expected in 2025. So if you see, like if you look like information and data processing or looking job-related information, this frontier from human and machines is like switching, right? Like it's like going all right, which means that the machines are taking more of the tasks that the humans perform. And it's expected that it's going to grow, as you see, in the next 5 years. So what does it mean? What do they predict with this information? That by 2025, like 85 million jobs are going to be displaced, are going to disappear. But at the same time, I'm here like to bring good news and tricks. It's like 97 million jobs will emerge. This is what is estimated. And this brings you questions, right? Like first is like, okay, what's happening with your job right now? It may evolve, it may disappear. But at the other side, like there are new jobs emerging. There's like new opportunities. And I always think that we should like jump for them. These opportunities bring us like a better scenario. First of all, usually because it's not like all these automated tasks are done now by the machines, usually are like more interesting. They really want that you to see you like using like your unique skills, your complex skills. But at the same time, we don't have much competition, right? Because if something is like new, like you don't have somebody who has 7 years of experience and you think, oh, I'm too late. So what I want today is to share like what should you ask yourself and what tricks you should do to be able to jump to those opportunities, because even it's very probable that all our jobs are evolving anyway, and there are others that are also emerging. So how do we do that? So I see future-proofing your career as a journey. So it's not something that I can say like, okay, I'm going to future-proof my career today, this weekend. What are you going to do? Future-proofing your career, and then pam, it's done. No, it's not happening like this, right? Future-proofing your career is a journey. You have to be like first thinking like where you want to go. What is the best destination for you? Like if I want to go on holiday somewhere, maybe, I don't know, it's not the right one for me to go in a kayak in Alaska, but I'd rather go to somewhere like in, I don't know, Latin America. So there's like a lot of things to think, and to think what's best for you. And also how you prepare, what do you bring in the backpack to make that journey successful? And this is a bit like what we have to keep in mind today. Like, how are we going to do in this journey, and how are we going to evolve ourselves? Before I go to the questions, is everything clear for you, as I cannot see you and now you cannot see me? Is anybody here like afraid of what is happening with their career? Are you looking, okay, very good, all clear. Let's see, because as we are, maybe I can like finish a bit earlier, and then we have a bit of yes, afraid, a bit of conversation. Very good, very good. I'm going to tell you now the 3 questions you should ask, give you some tips, and then maybe we can have a chat later, and you can tell me a bit about you, and we can see it. So, what are first the question is, what are the new roles in my area of interest? And I didn't write in my background because it's your area of interest. Now this is a moment where you can maybe switch careers, or you can go to something that you think is interesting. I know some people, for example, that now are very interested of the sustainability. What jobs are emerging in that area? What is the career in tech in sustainability? So this could be like something that you have to ask yourself. So the first advice is quite easy. It's like just search your passion with key phrases as future of work, job trends in HR, marketing, big data, sustainability, future. So just do some searching. Spend like a week like searching and reading and seeing what is there, and get that feeling. Then look for industry reports. I just shared this one of the World Economic Forum, and well, I can share more. There are like very good insights of like what is coming. I'm going to show you now some of the new jobs that are appearing there. And last, like researching LinkedIn people in those professions, just to see what they are doing. Imagine you want to be a head of digital, that they're usually like something that people from marketing can go into. Who are those people? What are they doing? Which events are they joining? Sometimes when you just follow somebody and show interest, you can even like connect with this person, and who knows, like you can even maybe establish a relationship and get some referral at some point. So first of all, think, what is happening in my area? What are the new roles? And I'm going to show you here some examples. So this is also like from the Future of Jobs report of the World Economic Forum. And they are looking like, okay, if you're good at sales, if you like sales, if you want to switch to sales, look at these jobs that are going to be more and more important in the next years, like all these parts of like customer success specialist, sales development representative. It can be like something that is now coming new. I know many people that are very interested in the part of the people and the culture. And of course, like, because there's all this booming in IT, if you specialize yourself in being information technology recruiter, you're going to have so much more chances because recruiters are looking IT recruiters. But what if you like marketing? So marketing, maybe you said, I have not these tech studies, but still you can go into tech because there are like so many opportunities, like this digital marketing specialist, digital specialist, a head of digital I mentioned before. These are jobs titles that are expected to grow in the different areas. I have here like product development. I've seen in this conference there are many product owners and so on joining, agile coaches, scrum masters. Like these things are coming more and more important. Cloud computing, well, if you're interested in cloud, just tell me, because I want to bring more diversity into cloud, is what I am. But we need a lot of like more like cloud engineers, for example. It's something that we expect like a boom in the next year. So we are like really growing. And then data and AI, other of my favorite topics. Like if you are thinking of like going into that area, look at which new professions are coming. So this was the first question, like which jobs are going there? to which can evolve my profession? What is happening? And then we go to the second question, which is like, which new skills do I need to master and how? So first trick, go to job descriptions and check the skills. So go to LinkedIn and write, for example, if you want to be head of digital, look what is looked there and how much it matches to what you have. Look for job descriptions in like if you want to go for a company, look what is happening. And then you start looking to what is your gap? What do you have to do to get into there? Look, there was a moment, I've been woman in tech all my life, but I also had to change. I was working first like for Cisco Systems. I was doing a lot of like networking, like the telecommunications networking. And then at some point, I also thought I changed jobs, and I thought, okay, this networking is becoming more like it's not bringing me anywhere. And then like in 2016, I started looking into the big data and AI. So I was looking like, okay, for which jobs are new appearing? So I saw that they needed like people that were like the data translator between business and analytics. So I prepared myself for that because I saw there is a gap, there are new jobs coming, and I want to be there. So you should do a matrix and prioritize. When I was looking for data and AI, I was thinking, I don't have the time now to become a data scientist because I don't have the time. But I have the time to look how analytics with data talks to the business. So when I did some trainings, and then when there was an opportunity coming, I got like a senior manager position because I was the one who had that background and those small skills, which took me like some months to prepare. I think you should look like also online learning. It is really useful, self-paced. There are platforms where are affordable, and there is a lot of online learning provided by companies like AWS, Google, Microsoft. You can find a lot of trainings in some tech areas, and in LinkedIn Learning. So there is like a lot. So think of the new skills and do this matrix and prioritize. Only go for what is, if something is super time consuming and you don't have the time, just discard and look which other skills you can get with a smaller effort. So that's the second question. And the third question is, I think, super important. Like, what else can you offer? So what is unique for you? And I think this is like what the companies are happening and are looking for. So look for a combination of skills. I've seen before like people that have been finding what are they good at. So I was working in this telecommunications company, and I had one colleague that she was super good at writing, and I remember she told me, I'm so good at writing, but I don't know if this makes sense where I am. But then she found out how to communicate and do the storytelling. And suddenly, like, everybody wanted her in her team because she was so good at this. And then she was like building up on this thing that made her unique. It could also be that, for example, as me, like I'm living in Germany, but I am originally from Spain. So I have this more multicultural background, and you can think, okay, I can show how I can talk to different languages, and this can be useful for some jobs that require this international environment. It can be that you are a super good sport person and you have this ethics of sport and team, and you should just like shout about it. Shout about what else can you offer, because the people want unique people. We are like in a moment that we celebrate the cognitive diversity, different ideas, and it's super important. If you still don't find what is your super skill, ask the people around you. Get feedback 360 degrees. Ask your colleagues, even your family, your friends. Ask what are you good at, and build your profile on that. It's so important. And then share it. So the same as in the journey, you take pictures when you arrive to the destination. Share where you are now. Share your profile. Share what you are doing. Share what you are good at. don't be afraid of creating content, because this actually sets you apart. We all have something different from the rest, and we all have our unique perspective, and you can build like a more attractive profile if you start sharing information, like for example, like LinkedIn posts, LinkedIn articles, and so on. So when you share, you make yourself like attractive to recruiters, to in your own company, and so on. So like the key takeaways. So So first of all, identify new jobs that are appearing. This can be like, I don't know, technical recruiter, head of digital, cloud computing, like something that you see it's going to grow there and it interests you. For this, you require like some research, but then think, okay, I have these 2 jobs, I've checked the job description, I want to go for that. Then get ready and upskill, like do some trainings depending on the time you have and where you have it. Get in touch with people who have that profile and learn from them. And then the third, attract opportunities. Write an article about why do you think head of digital it's important. What do you think that big data is important in HR? Start writing your unique profile, your unique ideas around that, and then you will be able to attract and future-proof, because when you're in a company, I mean, we want people like this, right? We want employees that they are like putting their thoughts through and they are like looking what is ahead. And if you're looking for a job, this sets you apart from all the other people. It's like, this is me, this is my profile. You even can negotiate better. So now I see we are not so many. So if you want, we can talk now. You can tell me about your journey. I welcome you to ping me in LinkedIn, and I also have like a free document. It's called the Journey Journal in my website in the book section, and in this you can get some tips and tricks about like how can you reinvent yourself and prepare yourself for the future. Oh, very good that I have already answered. I was a bit fast. I know. We have still like 3 minutes. If you want, I see people I know already here. Thank you for joining. And do you have any questions or anything, or just let's continue the conversation in LinkedIn? Just connect with me. I'm super happy to help people to reinvent. As I said, I really believe the world is better if we all use our unique talents. So I'm always happy to support. Anyway, have a look in the website. There's a lot of information there, and I hope you were like writing down some of the advice, and think of it. I also wrote an article in HBR which covers quite a lot of what I'm talked today. Yeah. So, well, first of all, I see the question from Kajal Kumari. Yeah, it's bad, right? When the job description has so many things, just learn, like, check a couple of job descriptions, because sometimes job description is just like, I don't know, it's just the manager of one company putting this job description out. So check job descriptions with the similar in the industry. Like imagine you want to be like using this example of digital marketing. What is the common? What is more repeat between different job descriptions, and what do you think it adds more value? From my experience, I see a lot of like mini certifications for a lot of things. So it's not that you have to go again and study a whole career. So go to those and distinguish your profile with some of those things. And also don't be afraid of applying for something if you don't have everything in the job description, because as I said, if you have like shown your thought leadership, that you think about the future of that area, and you have some articles, I think it's better than some of the skills that may be needed, because you can learn the skills. You have to just show you are there to improve and to learn. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I hope it was useful. And if you go and apply these tips, let me know how it goes. Really, let me know how it goes. I really want to follow up with you. Thank you very much.